everyone. My name is Katie of the GreenlandQuilter, and tonight is our night for Cheri to teach us some more about hand quilting. And we're going to be doing that tonight. That's what the plan is for tonight. And so if you're going to hand quilt with us tonight and you already have your project ready to go, she's going to walk you through building the sandwich. But before I put it over to her so she can talk about herself and the channel and everything, and then we get started. There's something I need to mention. Most of you already know that Donna Jordan passed away on the March the 14th, and most of us probably have watched so many of her videos. It's where we go to learn things, and she's been a great teacher and everything. So I just want to have like a minute of silence and everybody send good vibrations to her family. Okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. And thank you for humoring me on this. I appreciate it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spotlight Cheri so she can tell you about her channel and herself. And then when she's ready for me to switch over to the other screen that she's got to show what she's planning on for tonight, I will switch the spotlight to that. So let's move over to her first.
Hi, this is Cheri. My channel is Cheri Yurton, My Quilting World, and I like to come on and talk to people and show them.
You still there? Uh-oh. I think the gremlins are out in full force today. I think we lost the screen. We did. Uh-oh. While we're waiting on her to come back, okay. Let me unspotlight until she comes back. Okay, while I'm waiting on her to come back.
You guys hear us?
Yeah, now I see you. We lost you for a minute. Is it the laptop we're having trouble with?
I don't know. I don't know what the problem is.
All right, so go ahead and repeat yourself.
Okay. I have a channel. It's Cheri Yurton, My Quilting World, and I like to get on and talk about quilting things and things that's going on in my world, things I'm doing and projects I'm working on, and things that inspire me. And of course, you give back to me, you inspire me. So I like to do tutorials on maybe show you how to do a block or a technique, things like that. So that's where I'm heading.
Your channel's doing really good, and you're getting pretty good at this too. And you're experiencing the nasty little gremlins with it.
I am.
Today with your live, I'm like, uh-oh, I would have been having a meltdown. When I first started this, it was crazy. Every time something went awry, I got, rather overexcited about it. But now I'm getting better. It's not so bad. I'm like, whatever, Okay, let's say hello to everyone in the chat, and then I'm going to turn this back over to you so you can start your teaching. I've got the screen ready for when you're ready for me to share pictures as well, because we're going to be sharing pictures, which mean photos. When she's ready for you to see what she's going to talk about, I'll be sharing the photos as she's talking, so you won't be able to see her, but you are going to see the photos. So be aware that we're going to be doing that too. So, all right, let me say hello to everyone. Who did we say was the first person in the chat? I can't see her now. You can't see her either.
No, I can't remember.
She
No,
came in before Nancy anyway. So hello to whoever it was that got in here first. And then my memory's like fog, you know. Anyway, hello Nancy. Hello Joy T. Hello Nancy and Misty P. Welcome, welcome. And I know I already said hi to Joy T more than once. That's okay. I'm crazy. What can I say? Hi, Judy Hebert. Hey, Lori Colgan. Yeah, I'm trying to be a comedian because I'm having a rough day today. Um, hey, Catherine. Welcome, welcome. And I think I have caught everyone. She said she couldn't get the live to work. Uh-oh.
yeah,
Finally.
it,
Uh-oh.
yeah, that's what with me. Or yeah, on my channel, I couldn't get the live to come on. It was like it was scheduled. It was scheduled on YouTube. It was scheduled on StreamYard, and then it didn't show up. So I just ended up going in and telling it to do a live again.
Yeah, the
They
gremlins
had
are
to hunt.
full force today.
Yeah, they had to hunt for me. I know because I'm not finding. Oh, let's see. Oh well, I lost the trail.
So before I turn
There it
this
is.
over to Sherry, I don't have I haven't because I'm going to watch her do the sound. She's going to teach us about the sandwich. But I made the decision that I'm going to learn how to hand quilt on my very first quilt block. So this is going to be my beginner quilt block because this block is a beginner and my hand quilting is also a beginner. And this is going to be my masterpiece. And I'm perfectly happy with if I mess this up, I mess this up. If I don't, and it turns out perfect, um, that'll be cool too. So right now I'm trying to get borders on it that are to make it bigger because I need it to fit this ring. Hey Sherry, if I can't,
Yeah.
because I can't keep adding to this, I'm only going to put I'm putting two-inch borders on it and a 1-inch border. No, 1 1/4, sorry, which will go down to 3/4. Yeah. Um, if it's still not big enough, couldn't I just like baste some scrap fabric on the outer edges and do it like
Yes.
that when I make the sandwich?
Yes, and it's okay if you choose not to use the hoop. With a smaller project, it's not hard. Bigger
Okay.
projects, sometimes it might be hard. People will, some like to do the hoop and some don't. And I've been trying this hoop first time, and it was like, okay, how do you turn it just right? You
Yep.
got to get used to what you're working with. Oh, it was Vicky that was the first person in.
Okay. Hi, Vicky. I couldn't remember who came strolling in first above everybody else. So anyway, and
Yeah,
Georgie said hi again. Hi again to you too. Now that's the third time I said hi to her. Oh
yeah,
my,
and Misty
you
says
know,
she had to restart half a dozen times, so who knows what's going on?
maybe it's the internet everywhere or something.
Yeah,
The internet's been kind of strange here, and I told Nikolai when I was talking to him on the phone yesterday, I said, the internet's acting kind of strange, and it makes me think someone is trying to disrupt our internet over here. And it wouldn't surprise me because in the last 13 years we've had our cable cut twice.
ooh,
And their fiber optic cables are on the bottom of the ocean. The first one got broke because a trawler ran over it with their gear. And before anyone says anything about, well, that's going to be expected. No, that's wrong because Nikolai showed me something the night before last that I was not aware of. So I'm going to make y'all aware of it. So when ships like fishermen ships are dropping gear in the water and they're fishing for shrimps or fish, um, they just don't go running over any spot. There is they have all kinds of technology on the bridge, and one of the pieces they have is there's this one thing. It has the electronic video, whatever. But anyway, it shows everywhere they should not drop a gear due to wreckage of a boat or there's a hole that's so deep that it can just jerk the whole gear down into it or cables as well, because you're not supposed to run over those. So there is actually this on that radar. So when they're approaching an area, that radar will show them all the places they should not fish while they're
Oh,
in that area. And I thought that was pretty interesting because when he first explained it to him, I'm like, I don't understand. Can you like be more simple? Because I'm not a fisher person. He says, okay, think of it this way. If there's a wreckage on the bottom of the ocean, we do not want to run over it. If it's a cable laying on the bottom of the ocean, we don't want to run over that either. I'm like, oh, now I get it. So they do have the, that's why you've been seeing, well, some of you might have seen it. None of you might have seen it. But this is also how bad actors can find those cables and do bad things. So the second cable, they never did figure out who cut it, but someone actually cut it. But it was cut between us and Denmark, apparently. So anyway, so our internet's been acting kind of weird, and it made me think maybe that's what's going on. But I haven't seen anything in Deuce's stating that the cable had been cut, but you never know. I mean, we can only hope that it straightens itself up, or either it's YouTube one. I don't think it's YouTube because my TV's been acting out, my phone's been acting out. I mean, it's all of it. So we'll see. Anyway, let me get back. And there's a couple more people just strolled on in. Hey, Zaza.
yeah.
Hey,
Your
Asa.
hobby?
He just heard me give you that spill too. Hey, honey. Who else walked in here? Oh, the missing.
Pat.
Here's Andrea and Pat. Hey, hey. Okay, now then.
Zaza.
My honey says, quick peek, hi to all. All right, so I'm going to turn this over to Cheri and go ahead as you want it on the
On the first one. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
do you want it? Okay, I'm going to put it on the basted thing and let me know when you're ready to switch to pictures.
Okay. Oh, you don't have to put it on the basted if you want to. I'm ready for the pictures.
Okay, so I'm going to, all right, I need
pictures first.
Yeah, no, I don't think I need a spotlight. Okay, let's go to the, hang on.
Hi, Judy.
I remember, yeah, I got to go to the folder and then click on the pictures. Okay. Hang on, I got to make sure that it's on the screen before we share. All right, hang on a minute. I got to put that folder up where I can see it.
Maybe Jaws got hungry.
That's funny.
Oh, I tell you, there are gremlins out. I mean, what do we call St. Patty's Day? Did they bring out the leprechauns that was naughty leprechauns?
Coulda.
Mischievous. They're supposed to be.
It looks like hang on a minute. I need to adjust up. Okay, now we're there. Okay. Because I had a picture out of line. And if there are any more out of line, you're gonna have to tell me which ones. Okay. Let's share screen. And I'm not going to be able to see the chat for a couple minutes while I'm sharing the pictures, y'all. So save your unless Cheri sees them herself.
I can see them.
Okay, so let's share the screen. All right.
Okay, Zaza, we'll see you.
Okay, now you should be seeing a folder with a bunch of pictures.
If you look, I'll give you a second to make sure that it.
I'm trying to move. Well, actually, maybe I can move the folder. Can you still see the whole thing when I move it around?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Do you want me to click on the first image?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, wow, it's small.
Or let me see. Try image 3 instead of try image 03. The next one.
Okay, let me get rid of this one.
Now you guys can see. Just to let you know why Katie's doing this is that the one that's in the upper middle, what I'm showing you is how I sandwich the quilt top. So I went to my cutting board and I made sure that my backing was pressed real good, and I did some starching on it, that,
Can everyone
and
see see the picture?
yeah, it's on screen.
Okay, all right, go for it.
And now the only one what we don't see, you double click on that one.
Yeah, I already double clicked on it. You should be
Oh,
seeing, you ought to be seeing a video, or
I
can you
just see
see?
it highlighted, but that's okay.
All
We
right,
can keep.
hang on. I know what the problem is. Hold on, I have to start again. These things are so, technology's a pain in the, you know what? Let me start again. That means I should not start and then double click it. Okay, now I'll share the screen again and then click on the picture. All right, and then I'm gonna click on the picture and let me know if you see it. Can you see the picture?
I see it highlighted.
But you don't, wait, we have a delay. Still nothing?
It'll be okay like this, I think.
Oh, this is annoying because it should be showing you the,
Can you do the view?
hold on a minute. Let me get out of this. I'm gonna stop this again. Um,
The bud file says, "Hello, peoples."
Hi, Bud Files.
And Jody's listening while sewing.
Okay, now
Well, that's
let's share the screen again.
okay.
And then you tell me what you're seeing.
Okay, I see it. You got
Okay.
it.
Okay. Now, hopefully, when we start switching, see the rest. Okay. Go ahead.
What I did is I taped down my backing. I pressed it and I starched it and I taped it down. And you'll see a little crease at the top. That's just so I could see where the middle was. It could have been a little smoother. I smoothed it out more, but if you can see what I did is you go up to the top middle and you put a piece of tape and then you um smooth it out, do it to the right side, smooth it out, do it to the left. And then as you're smoothing it, you will put some, and that's painter's tape I'm using. And you'll do that for as much room as you got. Now, if you can't make it, do your whole quilt, what you do is you tape down what you have. Okay, so that's what I did. I had to advance that. So, Katie, you can go to the one on the number one, the one on that was on the left of this.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
I don't starch, so is that going to be a
Oh,
problem?
no, it
Okay.
won't. Just give it a good seaming. Get the,
Uh-oh.
not that one.
Yeah, you want to go to
That's
the
okay.
other one?
That I think that one. Yeah. This is the, yeah. This is the one. What I did is I put my batting on next. Your batting and your backing is going to be bigger than your quilt. 4 inches or bigger all the way around would be good. I did the same thing. I taped the middle. I taped each side on the upper top, and I smoothed this out. And now you can go to the next one.
Okay.
I think it's the top, not that one.
Tell me when to stop.
Nope. Nope. Yeah. Okay.
That one? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Now I'm gonna make
Now-
that big.
I'll wait a second for them to be able to see it.
Okay.
Okay. It's just going to go through a few pictures here for a second.
Yep, you're gonna get dizzy. Sorry.
Okay, here we go. So what this is my quilt top. And I took it and folded it in half. I actually folded it in quarters. I folded it in half and I folded it in half again. And that, remember where I said that I did that crease where I knew where the middle was?
Mm-hmm.
That's where I put that. But basically, you know, if you got room on either side, you can play a little bit. The main thing is just to have room on all sides.
Okay.
So what I did is I laid my top out, and then what I would do is unfold it from the left, from the right to the left, and then I'd smooth that, and then I went ahead and I unfolded it the rest of the way, and I started smoothing, and I smoothed from the middle, basically, on up, like once in the middle of, or towards the end, whatever I had room for that I was working on. And you smooth it so it's good. You can go to the next. If there's any questions, hi Teresa Louise, thanks for popping in.
Hi Teresa, which one you want me on?
Not that one. Oh, you know what? I'm so blind. There's that.
Oh, I need to make it. Hang on, let me make it bigger so you can see what we're doing here. Is it this one you need to see?
Yes.
Okay, yep, because I can see
So,
lines on here.
Okay, so what I did, now my lines, I ended up making them lighter. I had started with them darker so that you guys could see them, but on my actual quilting, I made them lighter. I have like a white eraser that can rub them off. So what I did is I went from, you see that little center square. I started there and I started going out and up and out. You know, you just work it, smooth it out. You don't want to distort your fabric top. You just want to smooth it out. And then you can go to the next one.
Okay.
Okay, I know I got this. What I did is I started basting on this. Sorry that I took the picture the wrong way.
Okay,
if you can cock your head to the right, you'll be able to.
Wait a minute. Let me see if I could switch it. Wrong way. All right. There we go.
There.
Now let me make it big.
Now we can go a little bit bigger.
Yep, there we go.
Okay. So what I did is I took my pins. Remember I said to have your pins already open, and you could shake them out onto your quilt top. And you can put your first pin in towards your middle, or towards the middle of what you're working on.
Right here, right?
Right. And kind of think about where your pin is if you've marked your quilt. You don't want to have to move it immediately, so you might want to have it between some of your lines that you have drawn, or your pattern that you've drawn a little bit. So you would, what I did is I put my first pin in and I closed it. Then I went up by hand, like 4 fingers width, up from that pin. Doesn't have to be precise, but that's a good ruler, is your 4 fingers there. And I pinned another one. Then I did it again, and I went on up, and I went up until I got to the top, and at the edge I pinned it. Then if I could come down below my middle pin and start pinning, I would. But if I couldn't, then I would start pinning from my middle pin to my left or to my right, and you would do the same hand width. When you and go to the edge with a pin, then you're going to come back to your middle pin, and diagonally now remember, smooth these out as you go. From your middle pin, you're going to go diagonally, the 4 finger width, basically. You're going to go on up, to the corner, and then you're going to come back down to the middle pin and do the other diagonal the same. Then you want to take a look at your piece. Is there any place that looks like it needs more pins or, you know, more open area? The bigger quilt you have, the more likely you will have more area to have to pin. And I had bought a box. I can't remember how many of those pins, safety pins were in, curved pins were in there, but I could have used another one. And this is like, I think it finishes at 36 by 36, but I was actually, you know, I could have used another box. So if just keep in mind that if you're going to do a bigger one, I ended up using regular safety pins because I ran out of the curved, and it worked. They were bigger ones. They worked. So you just want to check over your area and say, could I use a pin here? Could I not? Whatever, you know. You can go to your next one. The next, please. Right there.
Oh,
back.
I skipped over it. Sorry.
This back one. Yep. Now you can, okay. Oh, wait a second. Make sure it's on the screen for them too.
Yep. There we go.
Okay. So wait, okay, now you got it. As you can see, what I did is I took the tape off. I got the upper part pin based. I took the tape off of the backing and the batting, and I rolled it. I folded it. Then I folded it again to where I could bring it up higher to where I could get my bottom half pinned. And what you want to do is you can just roll it just like that as many times as you need. And what you're going to do is you're going to make sure that your backing is smooth, your batting is smooth, and you can put some more tape on the backing and the batting on the sides and that. You can see how I just dumped my pins out so that they were there, easy to access. And you'll do the same process. You'll start from the middle pin and go down 4-finger width approximately. Then from there, you'll go out from that left to right. Then you're going to go do your diagonals. And then you're going to check and see if there's anything else that could use some extra pins that you know, that it's bigger than a hand's width or something like that. And I just make sure that I have a few pins, always pin some of my last pin on my edges, just so it doesn't flip over or anything like that. And if you need to, advance it again. If you have a larger quilt, do the same thing. Take your tape off and fold it and bring it up. Now, there's people that use, I don't know if you all are familiar with swimming pool noodles, they're called. They're a long styrofoam floaty, and you can cut them. Some people will roll their quilts up as they go on to one of those, but this works fine for me. This is what I did. And I don't know if there's another picture or not, Katie.
That's all of them. Okay.
So it's at this point, I need to know if anyone wants me to, has any questions or wants me to go back over anything in this process.
Do you want me to take the pictures out or wait?
You can take the pictures out and I guess just put it on me for now.
Okay, gotcha. All right, and then I can put the chat where I can see it to help. All right. Do you want this? You want the screen on you for right now, right?
Yeah, and then we'll go to the thing. I wanted to, yeah, I want to let everybody know that if you have your practice sandwich or your practice piece that you were working on, you might want to pull that out just to do a few stitches to get comfortable again before you start on your main project. And maybe somebody don't have a main project yet. That's okay. You can practice on your sample piece. That's not a problem.
Okay. Let me see what we need to catch up on. Going backwards here. Let me see. I've said hi to Andrea. I've said hi to Pat and the Bud Files. Gremlins on the bottom of the ocean playing with your cable, says Judy Hebert. Yep. Hi, Teresa Louise. Good to see you. Hey, Lori Cogan. If I haven't already said hi. Okay, doesn't look like. So do you guys have any questions yet? And if you do, put them in the chat now, and we'll go ahead and do that before I switch the screen over to her. Uh-oh. Where is
Yeah, I'm gonna put the I have my camera on my hoop.
Yep.
And if you need things to be switched around or anything like that, let me know.
Okay. Hey Andy, welcome. I just put in a thing about if you want to share your channel, type exclamation selfie to share your channel. You're more than welcome to do that. Hey Lisa, Lisa just came in. She's lurking and trying to slow down her workday. Yeah, you were at it early this morning. Yeah, this morning you were up early because I never went to bed until later. I did get a 2.5 hour nap, by the way. So I'm working on 2 hours sleep. Anyway, okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and spotlight Cheri's work area. And if you have questions, please ask. And I'm going to continue on with working on getting the rest of this little quilt top ready for putting in a sandwich. But I need to measure. So go ahead, Cheri.
Okay, get my other thread out and ready. There it is. I'm gonna probably move this camera around a little bit just to make sure that you guys can see it. So what I'm doing, this is all new. This contraption's new to me, so bear with me a little bit. Oh, that's good enough. I'll just move my, now I gotta tighten it. Okay, I'm moving it up there a little bit. So you can see that I kind of marked this a little bit. And this is in the hoop. This is one that had the stand with it. And now it's getting used to this hoop for me. So don't feel bad that if it feels real awkward, because it's new, you can turn your hoop so your hand is in the right position that's comfortable for you to work on. And oh wow, Susan, you have been quilting for 37 years. Nice to see you teaching, Katie. Hey, Susan, you got any tips? I'm more than happy for you to put them down, because you're seasoned in hand quilting, and that's important, that if you can give something to the ones that are learning in that too, I won't be offended.
Vicky Bush, I will subscribe to your channel too, Cheri.
What?
Vicky Bush just subscribed to your channel.
Oh well, thank you. Okay. I wanted to just show you here. See, this is going to be a little bit of trial and error. I don't think you can really see it, but this is my needle. Okay. Now, some people might use a bigger needle. I put a length of thread in, and I have a little knot that's at the, I'll do this. Huh? Wait, I'll get this. Bear with me. See my little knot? Oh, my little knot. I got a little knot there. Okay. So this is what I do if I'm going to start. Let's say I want to start here. I will come away from that point. Now, what I want to let you know is my needle is in there, right here, but it's only between the top and the batting. It is not in the backing. Okay. So this one you don't want to go through because it's your starting. And you're gonna, let's see if I can get this.
So is the grid that I'm seeing on the screen, is that background or is that actually a grid that you're using?
Oh, these lines I drew, but the ones
I'm talking about what's on the background. Oh, that's just background fabric?
background fabric, and it just had kind of a grid to it.
Oh, okay. Susan
Now,
says the biggest tip is patience and practice.
Yeah, you do have to be patient with yourself there. So I am pulling my thread through, and there's the tail right there. And all you have to do is give it a little tug. Might go a little closer. Okay, come on. It's supposed to pop. It's supposed to pop through. It's being difficult for me. Yep, there. And you'll hear a little pop. So then this is a little, I got to bring it a little closer because I can't reach. And now I may do this different than somebody else does because I have to do what's comfortable for me, and you have to do what's comfortable for you too. There is a particular traditional way of doing it, but I always have to start with my fingers like this. I don't know if you can, let me see there. I can get over here. So I put the needle down about the stitch length I want, and my index finger or your middle finger is down underneath. You can feel the needle touch it. When it touches it, push up with your middle finger or your index finger, whatever's comfortable. I'm not getting small stitches. Okay, then I'm gonna do it again. Now it depends on how much you want to load on your your needle, whatever you're comfortable with. Because some wants to do just a couple stitches, and so I'm starting another. I should have used a thread that you guys could have really seen, but we did do that on the practice. So, but the reason why I said to do your practice have a practice swatch is because you can get in the rhythm of your stitches on the practice and get them more consistent. And then when you go to do your actual piece, you're more comfortable with it.
Okay. Vicki Bush has a question.
Okay.
She says, do you draw a quilting design template on the quilt?
You can. Yes, you can. if you get like if you were going to do.
Uh-oh. I think we lost her again. The gremlins are really having fun with us tonight. Hey, Lori. She'll be back in a seckie. Can you turn it over, Cheri? I just want to see what it looks like. Hang on, let her get back here because something happened to her. We've been having gremlins tonight. Hey, Linda Foos. Or Faust. Up, I see a movement there on one of the screens. Yep. We can't hear you. Hang on a minute. Let me unspotlight this for a minute. Up, there she went. She just disappeared. Y'all bear with us. We've been having I don't know, something's going on with these lives.
Okay.
There she
I
is.
don't know
Okay,
if you heard.
welcome back. So go wait, I'll back up a little bit. So go ahead and repeat what you were gonna say.
Okay, I was about the quilting templates or
Yeah.
and that let's say that you wanted to do a wreath and you wanted a circle and you wanted feathers or circles and circles, you know, you could take a bowl or something that's circular to mark that, and then from there you could, if you want to draw feathers you can, but there is stencils out there that you can use to mark your lines, and then you just follow them. And if I couldn't draw the design, then I would use the stencil because that would be nice. You know, they're nice to have.
Okay, Lisa wants to know if you can turn it over so she can see the back.
Yeah. I laugh because it's like I just started quilting on it. So let's see if I can get this to where you can see it.
Oh, because you've got it rolled. Okay.
See what I did is I rolled it. I don't know if you can see it, but I rolled it. And you really can't see any of my stitches yet because I've only started on it.
Okay. So give her a couple minutes to get a couple rows done, and then she'll be able to show you the back of it better. Okay. The other comment that was made was that Susan said Cheri's grid is very traditional and the straight line goes much faster than curved quilting lines. And then let me see, anyone else say anything? We lost you for a minute, so we're talking about gremlins. And then Susan says, I am quilting a clamshell design, used a stencil and water soluble pen to mark the lines. And hey, Ellie Fish, if you want to share your channel, type exclamation selfie. Go ahead, Cheri. Sorry.
I was going to ask Susan, do you have good success with the water soluble marker? Because I haven't used, I'm just curious to see how it works for you. Where is a good place to get your stencils? I'm going to ask Susan this, or anybody else that may know, because a lot of times you have an open area that you can quilt, and you want something on there that really stands out. I moved my pen. But I'm moving it up. That's what I'm doing. I should have used a different bright color. I did. Oh, just to let you know. Oh, can they can't. Yeah, they can see. Yeah, they can see me. I bought some pearl cotton too, because I want to do some bigger stitch quilting, and I might incorporate it with this. And I'll show you that. Yeah, gotta reach. It's called the big stitch. I haven't done it, but I can't wait to do it. They had a pack of the big stitch quilting needles. Got to get them where you can see them. And they're a little longer and bigger eye because you're going to use a bigger thread in it. This is number 8 pearl cotton that I have. Look at these yummy colors.
You know what? I think I
Let
have
me
some
see.
number 8 of the DMC, come to think of it.
Yeah, this is let me see, Wonderful pearl cotton, but it doesn't, pearl cottons, but this is number 8. And so what you can do is if you, I'm turning it the wrong way.
So
if you want to do anything to accent it, you can.
With that number 8, I do have some. I'm almost positive I do. Do you need to use a different size needle for that?
Yeah, because it to fit through the eye. I got these. It's called the big stitch, but I'm sure that you have. I'll pull one out. I'm just gonna. I gotta find out where I need it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure in my needle collection I have one.
I'm gonna pull one out just so you guys can see the eye.
Can you use the number 8 instead of the regular thread if you want to go that route, or no?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
And a lot of people incorporate now I can't get this out. We'll incorporate regular stitching like machines.
I think we lost her again. Y'all gonna have to bear with us because we don't know what's going on with the internet. But it's affecting us on this side or on her side. I don't know, something. So just bear with us, please. In the meantime, I'm sitting here working on the next border. Yeah, I'm working on the next border for my block that I plan on doing the hand quilting with until she gets back. And then I'll turn it back over to her. So that's what I'm doing right this minute. Is I'm adding. So let me show you where I am on this. I've added a thin border here. Oh, hang on. Let me unspotlight for a minute.
All right, got it.
Oh, okay, she's back. Go ahead. We lost you for a minute again. So
okay.
Whatever you said, you're going to have to repeat yourself.
Okay. I just lost it. I took the needle. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yes, you do use a different size needle because you need the thread to go through.
Okay.
And just so that you can see, I'm gonna. You know what? I'm not. Oh, can you switch? Look, there. What? I'll get it.
Okay, let me know what you're going to do.
I'm trying to show the needle.
Like, you might have to put your hand behind the needle eye so that the camera can refocus itself. And then go, oh, that's not going to work. Okay,
there.
Yep. You got to give the camera a second to get on it. I see it now. Yep. So that's a bigger one. Okay, gotcha. Now, is the other end of it going to be just as big? Probably. Yep. Looks like it. Okay. I was just curious. There's some
like if you do my finger width. I think they're sharp on the end, but they're big on the top.
Okay. There's some comments. Andrea said about templates. I have dozens of plastic quilting templates. I use a friction pen or a chalk pen and draw my design in. I'm not buying any more friction pens because all of mine dried up.
Yeah.
And then Andrea says she ordered some from Amazon and bought some from Joann's years ago and have purchased them from quilt stores. Susan Yearout says she uses air erase, which I think is what Becca uses.
You
And
just
then
have to use it. Yeah, you have to just do a little bit of your marking at a time because it'll go away from you. You know, you
Robin,
wouldn't.
I can't add another whatever. It only allows me to add 4. Sorry. You can
Yeah,
just tell me in the chat.
yeah.
And
Robin, it does look like a tapestry needle, but it is, or a chenille, or it is not blunt on the end. It is sharp. So I'll see if what they say about this.
then Andrea says, I am going to explore the large stitch quilting using pearl cotton and larger needles. Susan says the stencil company is where she had ordered stencils that she couldn't find in stores like Joann's. And Robin says, looks like a tapestry needle. Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
It does look like a tapestry needle.
it does. And they, like I said, the as long as the end of it is sharp and not blunt, it works. Because it says here, big stitch is a style of quilting gaining popularity with today's quilters, sometimes called utility quilting. Big stitch uses thicker thread, number 8 pearl cotton, or a longer, sturdier needle than traditional hand quilting, as its title implies. Big stitch means large stitches. The object is to showcase the handmade quality of your needlework. When we're doing our traditional, we're seeing how small we can get our stitches, or it's not always, it's how consistent you can be too. But with big stitch, you want to make a little bit bigger because you want it to show up.
Well, since you brought that up, when no, I know we're not talking about machine stitching here, but can't you use big stitches on the machine as a quilting thing too?
On your domestic,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
but
mean, if you
you
wanted
can't
the
use that.
stitches to be seen better, can you do that?
You can make them a little bit bigger, but it might be like a basting stitch more.
Well, I didn't mean that big of a stitch, but yeah,
Oh,
okay.
yeah,
I
you
was
can go a little bit bigger when you're doing stitching the ditch, or not stitching the ditch, but stitch beside the ditch. You know,
yeah.
you can, like, a lot of times we sew at 2.0 or 2.5. You can try on a scrap piece of material, the 3.0 or 3.5, and see if you like that. If it gives like a hand stitch look or more of a quilted type look, then yes, if you, by all means, you can do that.
Okay. I was just curious.
Yeah,
Mama
we can
J
do
said,
anything.
okay. Andrea says she uses gold eye darning needles for the larger thread.
What'd she say?
She uses gold eye darning needles for the larger thread.
Yeah, yeah.
Some of us haven't seen those.
Andrea says that her eyes aren't wanting to work for small no more. Well, you know what?
You have to do
Our
what works
hands
best.
don't our hands don't always want to either, you know. We get working with it, and you know, if I sew a lot, I wake up in the middle of the night and I can't open my hands, or I can't close them. I have to rub it to get them mobile. Or with the
Yeah.
big stick, using the bigger needle and thread, it's not going to be as tedious on your hands. And you tend to hold the needle a little bit different, but you
Yeah,
don't
that
have.
makes sense. So if it was bigger, you wouldn't be having to, your fine motor skills wouldn't have to work as hard holding a bigger needle versus a smaller one. That makes sense.
Yeah, well, on this quilt I'm doing, um, we'll try. I'll end up next time, if you want. We can try the big stitch and see
Yeah,
what you think.
we can make this a pretty cool project and show different styles
Yeah,
of it on the same
because
project.
I'm an inch between my grids. So if I wanted to, I could go down a half, but I think when I do this and it makes a diagonal,
Uh-huh.
I mean, I'm sorry, it makes a square. It'd be
Yeah.
cool to do a big stitch diagonal down it.
Yeah.
So this is going to be something I'm playing with. I'm learning at the same time you are with some techniques and things. So, but I can't wait to do the big stitch. You know how easy that would be to hand stitching and do, or big stitching to do
Yeah.
take with you.
Yeah, that would be
It's
the coolest thing ever.
a small project can be portable.
Yep. Like I can take it on an airplane when I'm sitting for more than several
Right,
hours.
right.
I already crochet as it is, but that would be an interesting because sometimes I have to put the crocheting down because I get bored. It's what happens. So if I had two projects to do, that would be really cool.
I keep on losing these pins and these needles. When you're doing your stitching too, don't pull tight on your stitch. Hey, Katie, you want to show them your
Yeah,
little your sampler that you had your practice
homework
piece?
assignment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll show it to them. And while I'm changing the screen, Robin wants to know: do you use any tool on the underside of the quilt? I watched a woman using a spoon. That's interesting.
Yeah, they have used a spoon. I know that there's people that do. Some people use a thimble on that finger too. I use
I've
my
seen there's a center. Some people, I was watching a video the other day where they were talking about how to use thimbles, and this person had a thimble that goes on the third finger, and
yeah,
it goes way down here at the bottom. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I don't know if I want to even think about sticking a needle through there and thinking I
yeah,
might miss that spot, No thanks.
yeah.
But if you have that skill that you've been doing this your whole life, then it's like second nature. You know you're not going to hit it. Okay, so I'm going to spotlight myself. It looks like
Okay.
I lost my camera again. See, we have bad gremlins today.
Oh,
Okay,
if they can hear our voice, that's good.
there's that. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Maybe my old camera doesn't, or my old phone's not enjoying what I'm
Or
doing.
your laptop.
It's the phone that's drifting off.
Oh,
And I'm
okay.
using the older one because I wanted to keep the newer one free because my husband texts me and I like to answer him. All right, I'm
Yeah.
spotlighting myself. Okay,
Okay.
so, most of you know I've never quilted in my life. I hand quilted or hand sewn in my life other than to sew a button on or try to fix a tiny little hole. But I have zero concept about how to hide knots or anything else. Now I haven't figured out. I still haven't done the what you call it tying off because I don't. Yeah, I
Well,
don't know
we're
what to
gonna
be able.
go over. We're gonna go over that.
It's my first time doing hand quilting.
I'm just impressed with the consistency of your stitching.
Yeah, I did. I mean, there's some mess ups in there, but I tried to, and I didn't really stress about it. I was having so much fun, I didn't really think about it. Now, when I went back and looked, I mean, you can see there's a couple inconsistencies, but overall, it looks good for a first time person.
Yeah, it
And
does.
and I'm not bragging. Please don't take it that way. But let me pull it up closer. You
No,
might be able.
be proud of your work. You know.
Yeah, and you'll see there's a little bit like inconsistency there. Now let me show you what the back of it looks like. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, because I probably should have used I don't know, a different background.
Yep. That's how it's supposed to look.
Yep, there's the back of it.
Yeah, the stitches on the back are always smaller than the ones on the top, at least for me.
Yeah, that seems. Is that normal?
Yeah, I think it is. Is it, Susan? Do you agree with that? That it's normal that your stitches on the back are going to be a little bit smaller than the ones on the top? I don't want to give information out that, if there's something I need to do better.
So just to have a little laugh here, you probably can see where I took this is chalk, I
Oh
was
yeah.
gonna I was gonna try to
Oh,
do curves.
pretty.
I
Yeah.
was gonna try to do the curve, and I did like I got all the way around one side of it, and it was a train wreck. So I need some teaching on how
Yeah.
to do the curves because that teased me quite a bit. But
I
it's
just, yeah, I just do a little bit, either smaller stitch or just load my stitches up only a couple at a time. So I have more control. Because otherwise, if you load your needle up, it wants to go straight. But if you
yeah.
only put a couple in and then you put your needle back in and do a couple more, you can control that
Oh,
better.
okay, gotcha. Okay, so I'll try again and see what
Uh,
happens because it was a mess.
Lori says your stitching looks awesome to her. And for the first time, it looks good, Katie. Susan.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
Susan said something earlier too about the needles that she used. I think she said gold eye needles
Mm-hmm.
for the big stitching
Yep.
brand is
Mhm.
good. Anybody quilting? Anybody stitching with us tonight?
I was wondering about that. And Andrew says, looks great, Katie. One would never know that you are not experienced with your needle and thread. Yeah, I'm not.
That's a very nice
Y'all should
compliment.
see what it looks like when I sew a button. You know, when you lose a button and you have to sew it back on. OMG, it is so messy because I don't have the part of the problem is because I know how to knot at the beginning, you know, when you're starting out, it's the tying off. And so I over exaggerate everything because I feel like if I don't, you know, the button might come back out again. And it's just because I haven't been taught how to properly sew a button.
One
I,
thing, no, go ahead.
I think the reason I don't know all these things is, you know, when I was making my own clothes and I would sew like things like you would put you didn't sometimes when you're doing like a non-collared dress, you have to put interfacing in here. And I would always take fabric plus a very thin fusible, and I would put fusible on the cloth and I would sew it in, but I didn't know how to fasten it down. And my mom was always fastening down that. She would hem my dresses for me. I mean, so she was doing what she should have been teaching me how to do. And that's why I didn't know how to do it.
Mhm.
And
Susan
I'm
said
pretty, I'm
100% spirit agree. So
yeah. I think she just said that, you know, I think the reason she did it was because there was three of us making our clothes, and I guess it was just easier for her to just do the work and not because all of us are different on how we learned, I guess. So I don't
yeah,
know.
that's true. Yeah. I wanted to let you know that when you are quilting, you can put me back on my hoop if you want.
Okay, going there now. Let me unspotlight. Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
That's okay.
Because you
Uh,
know I'm going to forget
okay.
about that spotlight. Okay, here we go.
You know how your hoop is around. I'm going to move my hand slowly. The hoop is around your quilt, and you have markings. When you get up towards your the end here, let me see if I can get my finger up here where you can see it. When you get up towards the edge of the hoop, you can stop back here somewhere where it's comfortable. And what you'll do is you'll go ahead and travel. You'll stick your needle down, not through the not through the through the bottom fabric, but the batting in the top. And you can travel about a quarter inch to half an inch, I'd say, and come back up or wherever you need to travel to go back, you know, and
Mhm.
come back up and start again. Because as you run out of space and you get this all quilted, you'll move your hoop and reposition hoop as you go along. So don't worry if you can't get that whole block or it's too close to this and it's making it the tension too tight. Now on this, see how my tension is?
Yep.
Uh,
You've got a little give in it.
you got give. If your needle is not, if you're using a hoop and your needle don't want to load too well, it's probably because this could be a little tight. But
Okay.
again, like I said, some people may prefer to not quilt with a hoop, but then you got to hold your quilt a little different in your left hand. You got to, oops, let me see if I can get this. The quilt kind of goes in the palm of your hand,
Yep.
and then you close it, and then your
You're holding
finger,
it in place while you're trying to keep it.
yeah, you're holding it. But,
Yeah.
eat whatever anybody feels comfortable with too.
It was interesting when I was practicing the stitches on the homework assignment. If I turned my hand a certain way while I was hand stitching it, because I didn't use the hoop, because I don't have a small hoop, and I was just doing it the way you showed us to do it. If
Yeah.
I did it once, if I turned my hand a certain way, it seemed to work good. But the minute I would try a different angle, oh my goodness, it didn't
Oh,
work.
no, you're better off to actually turn your hoop to so that your hand is comfortable. That
Yeah. Yep.
if it otherwise you're going to get a cramp or
What happened with me is my
like
stitch
now.
would get out of alignment or something. There would be a one look. You probably saw a couple where there was a out of alignment stitch. It's because I turned it just a little too far, and suddenly that wasn't straight anymore. And I'm like, wait. And then when I realigned it the way I had it, then the stitches were staying straight. So it must have been when I
Yeah,
went to turn it, I didn't turn it correctly. Is what I think I did.
you were sewing at an angle or it's sort of like
Because
bowling.
I had it at an angle, and I was sitting on the bed, of course, and which is bad for your posture and everything.
I'm just
Sylvia said
saying.
she's cutting pieces for the next block. I know which block she's talking about
Uh,
for next week.
that's at your
Yep, I haven't cut mine yet, and I better get off my behind and get that one cut. Then Susan says, laugh out loud. I used to use hoops and watching lap quilting with Georgia Bone Steels. I don't know who that is. That's because I lack the knowledge of hand quilting. She said, I thought she was crazy not using a hoop. I stopped using hoop 6 years ago, she said. Hello, Gayla. And I thought I saw someone else walk in here that I didn't say hi to. Oh, hi, Dawn. Sorry I didn't catch you earlier. Welcome, welcome, both of you. And Sylvia's in here too. So, yeah, and I already said something to her. Okay, continue.
oh no, that's good. Just keep on. Yeah, I don't know if what I'll do if I'll continue this with the hoop. I think that when right now it's comfortable with
Yeah.
what I'm doing. Now I'm at the edge of this right here. So if I wanted to, I can either go up here or I can come down here. I'm checking to see what my 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd have to do this one. I will travel probably just so I can tell. I'm going to put a pin there. I'm going to travel over to here.
The only thing
Yeah.
I think I need to do better practice with is, how you showed us to go when we get down to the end of the line where we're going to get ready to go the other direction to
Yeah.
continue on, and you hide that thread in between the layer. I need
That's
to
why.
get I need
Yep.
to get more comfortable with that.
That's what I'm doing right now. I think that's a little bit.
Did anyone? Yes, we've already talked about her earlier, Robin. You'll have to watch the replay.
Oh, let me see. 1, 2, 3. Gotta go down. My needle isn't long enough. I'm trying to travel. Bet you guys can't see this very well.
No, but we're getting the idea.
Now my needle wasn't long enough, so I'm going to do something. I'm right in the seam. So I'm going to go back in that area.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to go to where I wanted to be. Whoop. Okay, I got it. There we go. Now it's where this I got to do it the other way. So what do I want to do? I can either turn my hoop, which I will. I could have turned my hoop, or I could have tied off here, so I didn't have to deal with that. But I am going to turn this hoop. I gotta let's see if I can get it. See, if this was on my hand, a hand hoop, it would, and not on a stand hoop.
Uh-huh.
It would be
I can't remember who it
easier.
was that came and sewed with me on one of my lives, but uh-oh, this is in the wrong direction. Oops. But she had made her a homemade hoop out of PVC, and she had that bad boy hanging from the ceiling.
Oh, wow.
It was a cool one. But she said she had made it and set it up to hang from the ceiling. I'm like, that's what I'll have to do if I want to do a bigger quilt project. Because I think I want to do at least one hand quilting of something bigger, once I get used to how to do this and stuff.
I know I'm getting everybody dizzy, but I'm trying to figure out.
Anyone
Okay,
have any
I think
questions you want to ask so far while she's adjusting things?
I'm adjusting to see how I feel comfortable with quilting this.
It definitely probably is a little bit harder because you're putting it up above you a little bit so we can see
Yeah,
what
it's like I want it to tip this
Yeah.
side, and it's not. I'm gonna look at it even better. Take my thimble off.
You don't have
Then,
you
huh?
don't have one of those. You don't have one of those. I know that I don't know if she's still in here or not, but Crafty Witch, her name is Andy. She uses some kind of neck apparatus that she can attach her cell phone to. It has like a magnet on it, and
Oh
then
yeah,
you can people can see what you're doing, and you can have your project at the position that's more comfortable.
I I have that too.
So I didn't know
Just
if that
haven't.
would.
I got it on a no. It's getting the hoop, this hoop, not to be where it's not that. I'm trying to get it to where it's angled right for me to quilt. It's like I'm very right dominant.
You're like me then because, well, I can use both my hands, but I noticed when I was doing this, my left hand had to be in a certain position to do better stitching. Susan says, Sherry, what batting are you using?
Yeah. I'm probably Hobbs 80/20, like this
Mm-hmm.
thinner.
Yeah, the one I'm going to use inside this one that you'll be seeing me hand quilting is called. I bought it from that quarter shop, and it's called Quilter's Dream Cotton 100% cotton batting, and this is a craft size. And I'll show it to you at the end of the video so you have a closer look because I don't want to unspotlight right now. But I'll show it to you when we end or right before we stop the video. That way you can see it. Katie, did you see the post I posted and tagged you this morning?
I do.
I made a playlist of GAYG videos. Where did you put that list at? I don't know what GAYG stands for. Probably not. Oh my gosh, I should go look. Hang on, let me try seeing it from my phone. Go ahead, Andrew. I mean, go ahead, Sherry. Sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
Now, okay. This is a good example of I have the setting, the hoop setting on the table. If it was on my lap, I can maneuver it more. This one has the stand on it. If I had the one that did not have the stand, I could get it at the angle that I'm very comfortable with. And right now, I'm not real comfortable with this angle I'm doing. But, you know, you got to learn to go both directions, they say. So I'm doing it.
You have to adapt.
Let's see. Oh, that's too big of a stitch. Take that one out.
Quilt as you go on my community tab. Actually, no, but I will go have a look at it after the live, Andrea, because I know I saw some tags. And so let me explain myself real quick. I didn't sleep last night. I was still awake at, when did I text you earlier today? You remember? It had to have been what?
No.
I think it was around, I was still awake at 10 o'clock my time, and I finally got a 2.5 hour nap after I talked to you today.
Wow.
So, yeah. I just, y'all, it's going to probably be this way for a couple more weeks, more than likely. And you're probably going to see me doing late night lives because of it. Because I'd rather do that than to sit in front of the TV and keep stumbling on things that make me angry. So let's do
there's other people that are late nighters too.
Yeah, I noticed. And I really appreciate the ones who came in. They came in and watched, and some of them stayed with me the whole time. The other Saturday night, oh my God. Do you know I was live 7 hours?
I know.
And
you don't know that I came back in.
No, I didn't. And I didn't even know I was.
Because I didn't say anything. I watched. I just listened.
Yeah, I was on a roll with the blocks you see hanging up behind me. I made 8 of those bad boys, and I really wanted to keep on going, but I was I could tell I was wearing out, and I needed to stop using my brain.
You were getting cross-eyed, huh? Cross-brained.
Yeah, it's like, okay, we're going to have foggy brain if I don't stop, because I knew I was tired. And Nikolai had texted me, he says, you know, honey, you really need to go to bed. I'm like, I know. I just didn't want to forget to ask. I didn't expect you to go look right now. Oh, I know you didn't, but I will go have a look-see because I don't know. I didn't.
She's curious.
Now I want to go look, but I'll do it later after the live. I'll go have a peek. Susan says, thank you. My favorite batting to hand quilt is Quilter Select. Bamboo is it quilts so easy and smoothly. You know, I've been thinking about trying the bamboo for small wall hangings and stuff. I definitely am trying to, I know y'all are going to probably say why, but I don't want to put acrylic in. I'm using cotton. I'm using cotton thread. I want my batting to be, I want the whole darn thing to be cotton, because here's Kevin.
A purist.
Yeah, and not only that, if my grandkids ends up with it and they give it to one of their kids and there's a fire, do you know what happens with polyester? It's like glue. It'll melt. I know. Skin. Cotton returns to the way it's.
Well,
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I have some wool batting. I have not tried.
The wool's the other one you can use. If you like wool, go for it, man.
Well, they say it's supposed to be really nice to.
Yeah, I hear needle, that.
So I don't.
I'm just wondering. Know. Yeah, I'm just wondering what will happen if you put your. Now, we all know that when you give your quilt to someone, unless you really preach it hard, they're probably going to ignore it. You tell them to do, and they're going to stick it in hot water, then stick it in a hot dryer. And I don't know how wool will react to that abuse. How you doing, Kevin? I hope you've been doing all right. I'm sorry I haven't been the last two lives because I've been live at the same time, but I will catch up with you in a couple days. And let me see here. Okay, go ahead, Sherry.
No, that's okay. I'm reading the chat. I hadn't looked at it for a little bit.
Yeah, Kevin's in here from
Hi,
Tuberton.
Kevin. Yep. Hi, Kevin. You gonna learn how to hand sew?
Yeah, you want to learn how to quilt, Kevin? Hand quilt? That's what we're learning to do
When
today.
I'm getting close, well, anytime I can.
He's probably laughing on his end like, right. I want to at the remind me to ask y'all a question that has to do with Nikolai and a sewing machine. I won't do it now because you're teaching.
That's okay. I'm just quilting.
I have this brilliant idea, you guys.
I'm just stitching. I can show you here how to tie off if you want to know.
Yeah, I need to know. Let me get my needle because I need to be watching and doing it at the same time. Let me get it and thread it back. Oh, let me finish this real quick that I sew it on.
That's fine. I
Let me get this done and then I got to thread the needle onto these tails because you notice there's lots of tails. It's because Katie didn't fasten off. I tried and it was a hot mess. Oh my gosh. It's one of the things I have struggled with because, I didn't know how to do it. And I'm going to be frank.
Okay.
Not lying and say I can do it.
Andrea wants me to wait until she gets back from feeding the bunnies.
Okay, Andrea, that sounds good. I can wait that long. Wool is also really nice to the needle, though. The bamboo drapes so well. Also,
I'm gonna try bamboo
on that because bamboo's part nature. It's not polyester.
No.
So if it was to get thrown in a landfill, or God forbid, but you never know, at least it'll go back to nature and not take 100 years to degrade.
Right.
We really, as human beings, need to step away from all this petroleum-made stuff because that's where.
Oh, I'm losing you. I'm losing your voice.
I know. I just had it with my laptop.
Oh, okay.
It should be okay now. Yeah, it made I don't know. There's something going. You notice my phone never came back, and it is. I know what's wrong with my phone.
Is it battery?
Oh, I forgot to plug it in. Duh.
Yeah, that makes a difference.
See, I'm not with it today. I must be crazy. Oh, I'm making fun of myself, y'all. Have you?
You gotta laugh sometimes,
Yeah, I'm just making fun of my absent-mindedness today. Robin says, have you watched Dave's Craft Room? He does big stitch. I don't even know who Dave is.
I will. I'm going to write that down.
So let me write that down because I don't know who that is.
We got to do that.
We need to make a list. Y'all, you know what I need to do? I need to make a post on my community tab and in my Greenland Quilter group. And I need to say something like, share your favorite quilt channels and just everybody can post them. As many of them as you can think of on both, either in the community tab or on, because some people don't use Facebook, so they can use community. I need to do that because there's like what she just mentioned, Dave's Craft Room. I don't even know who that is. So it would be great to share, have a place to share links and people can go back and forth between those two posts and do that. So I'll set up a post tonight after the live on both the community tab and in the GQ group. And then y'all share your links because I bet you there's some people I definitely don't know about. And I keep hearing mine. Yeah.
Yeah, if anybody wants to, like next time that we get together here, we'll continue what we're doing, but I forgot where I'm at. But sorry.
All right, let me get the needle in here.
But if you have another practice sandwich that you want to make, uh, and get one thing of pearl cotton and a needle, and we'll go for it. We'll see what we can do.
Yep. I
It's just
definitely think after we do this schooling, maybe we can it may take a little time to figure out what project we could do, but maybe we could do like a I don't know, what do you think would be too much to ask for and would be just right that we could take over a whole year long of just quilting it? We
say
have to
that
make
again.
so I don't
Oh,
know. Some people probably already have quilt tops. I know I have a couple quilt tops that I can practice or make quilt the whole thing. You know, like do a quilting project, and we don't necessarily have to do lives every month for it, but we could say, hey, what's your progress on that small quilt you're quilting by hand?
yeah.
And share your pictures. I can see the stitches on there. There's starting to be a line there. I can see it.
I'm trying to.
Do you have
I
enough
got it.
line to show us the back of it, or is that going to be too difficult?
It's you're not gonna really see it because of the color of thread and the color of the
Oh,
backing.
okay, gotcha. Okay,
But
Dave's crap room.
what is it called? Dave's what?
Dave's crap room. I've written it down.
Okay.
I have a little notepad here that I've been writing things in. Trying to be
Now
more.
there's a lot of people out there, and Jean Captain Stitches. She's
Yep.
very good with stitching. She does a lot of the embroidery and everything, but she's a wealth of information.
So I have a question for you, Cheri.
Mm-hmm.
On a couple of these tails, I only have like one of them might be about 1.5 inches long. There's one here that's only maybe 1 inch long. I went too short, didn't I?
Yeah,
So
pull out a few
some of them out.
stitches.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to be able to thread your needle and.
Okay. All right. Because I'm thinking that that was too short when I stopped. Uh-oh. I just accidentally cut that. Darn. I need to find another way of pulling the stitch out. Oh, let's use my stiletto because I need to find one that I can do for learning how to tie this off. Yeah, I have some of them up here that have the rest of them. I was smart enough when I realized what I did. I left long tails on the other ones, but I have two
Yeah.
here that are very short. How long should a tail be? Cheri, can you hear me? Hello. I think I lost you. Lost. Yeah, I think your laptop stopped working again. Let me know when you're back with. Nope, still can't hear you. The gremlins are having fun with us tonight. I think it's the internet. It could be YouTube, but I don't know. I don't want to blame it on YouTube when I think it might be the internet.
I can hear you.
There you are. Okay, did you hear my question? I asked how long should a tail be?
Okay. It just depends on what you're comfortable with. I'm trying to see if I can. My tail is probably this long, but it's going through the needle head and
Oh, so you
it
still
has
have a
some.
bit of distance on it then. Okay, got you.
Yeah.
I'm
I
trying to
want to
make
be able, yeah, on this, I want to be able to, you know,
so
wrap it.
probably about 6 inches or something, 6 to 8 inches.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to
Okay,
get this thing wants to,
you're fighting with it.
well, it wants to get loose. It's like, okay, stop. doing this.
Cheri, are you using a thimble on the other underside of your hand?
No.
I didn't use one either because I don't know that I want one underneath because I want that tactile.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to feel it. This is what had happened. You know,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to feel the thread coming through.
Yep, I think I want that tactile feeling.
Oh.
At least that's how it seems to me. It's how it seems to me currently. Now that might change. I don't know. But I did. You know what finger I poked the most?
What?
My pointer finger that was holding the needle.
Ah.
I got too close to the edge of the needle with it. When I was pulling the needle through.
Yeah.
Oh, this will come out because I went all the way to the beginning. Oh, well, I might as well take this one completely out. It's okay.
I'm just trying to get my camera. Hey, it's in my hand now. Oh. Lost you. You lost me.
Uh-oh.
Wait. Zoom meeting. I don't want to end. I don't want to mute it.
Oh, tell it no. You still there? Or is it going to make you log back in? Uh-oh, I think I lost two of her. Oh, no. Y'all bear with us, please. So how has everybody, oh, there you are. Okay, you're back.
Yeah, I'm just my camera one isn't there, but I can get it.
What did you log both of you off when that happened?
Now it just logged just the camera off.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right. I think I have one long.
They said it's not supposed to do that.
Okay, now let me get a
Okay.
in the hole.
I'm good. I'm good. No, I'm not.
Nope, I still hear echo. You might have to call your husband because he came and did something. You're gonna have to mute
There.
and turn the volume down on the phone.
I did it.
Yay!
I fixed it.
It's interesting on my newer phone, even when I mute it and turn the volume all the way down, I can vaguely kind of hear it, but at least no one else is hearing it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, what did I do with that needle?
I'm just trying to see if how you can see this okay. It's not real close.
Yep, let me zoom back or let me spotlight you again.
Okay.
And there was a question, Cheri, you already answered that question.
Is Andrea back yet? Because I can show them and then I can show
I don't know. Andrea, are you back yet? Let us know.
I got another needle that can be done.
Uh-oh, I'm gonna have fun threading this needle.
Oh yeah, where's Nikolai?
Yep, because he threaded it the other time, didn't he?
Yep.
Because I was having difficulties with it. Dang it.
Just go with a bigger one if you have to.
Well, that was a bigger one. I'm still having a hard time seeing it. But somewhere I found I had, where did I see it at? I really need to invest in some threaders, I guess. Let me get back over here under the light. Let me see if I can't get it done. Because if I be patient long enough, it will go in there. Because sometimes I have trouble with the sewing machine. Guess what? I got it threaded.
You got it.
Yes, I did.
So you're gonna take your what's the tail end, what's in the quilt sandwich. You're gonna put that in your left hand if you're right-handed, and you're gonna hold it.
The tail.
And you got your needle in your right hand, like you would normally.
Yep.
Wrap the thread about
The
3
tail,
times.
right?
Yeah, wrap the thread 3 times around the needle.
Okay.
Put it through that hole, but don't let it go through the backing.
Okay.
And you just pull it, and you'll feel a resistance. There's my knot. If I can get it. Maybe I did too much. There. And then I can
So do I
take it.
just keep pulling it till the tail comes out?
No, you pull it till you hear, you know, your knot. You
Yeah.
wrapped it around and you put it through.
Yeah, I did.
And you pull it. Okay, you pull it till the knot pops through. You can hear a pop.
I didn't hear a pop.
Okay, try it again.
It didn't work.
I could show you, but okay, I'm going to show you this and kind of show you this way. Let's say that my thread is
like the other one, because hold on, you switched cameras. Let me get you over here.
I did here for a second. Oh,
okay. Now I'm gonna watch first.
Okay, so this down here is where my quilt is.
Yeah.
I'm going to take and I'm holding my needle. I'm going to take this and wrap it around about 2 to 3 times.
Okay.
Whoop. It's hard when you don't have. Okay, now I'm kind of holding that in my hand.
Is it still sitting on the needle, or have you already let it drop down below the needle?
No, it's still on the needle.
Okay.
And then you go down your fabric without going through the back, travel about 1/2 inch and pull it through, and then you'll see where the knot is at the end.
Yeah. Okay, let me try. But I have to rethread again because I pulled the whole thing out of it.
Okay.
So hang on. I gotta rethread again.
I could probably show with a different thread better.
I think this is gonna be the one that's gonna give me so much trouble. You know, with the trying to.
It's like once you get it, you're good.
Because it's never been a strong suit on buttons and everything else. So
I'm gonna use a darker thread on my quilt that I'm using and a bigger needle because I'm going with the
okay. So let me talk myself through this. I have the needle in my right hand, and the thread that's coming from the quilt is below my needle, and I have the tail in my left hand. Right? That's what how I should have it, right?
Yeah. I think.
Okay, I'm gonna roll the thread around the needle.
Yeah.
Now you said don't let go of don't let it slide off the needle, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then I run the needle up 1/2 inch or so without going through the back. And the tip of the needle is coming through. Now what do I do?
Pull.
Do I let go of the tail or hang on to
the
tail?
You can. Pull on the thread. Or you could hold on to it. I'll show you. I did blue.
Well, there's resistance. Did I do it right?
Yeah, give it a little tug.
The tail is moving.
Okay, did you give it a tug to where
I did, and the other part's not moving.
Let me
just
see.
The tail part.
Okay, let me see. I lost my thimble. There it is. Do you want to spotlight me? I'll show you again.
On the other? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, going back to the other one.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay. This is my, you can't see me. How am I supposed to have this? My hand.
Cheri is tying off at the end of the thread link. Katie is trying to tie this, trying to start the knot. Okay, so I need to make sure that I go all the way to the end of the tail.
See right here? See, do you see
Yeah,
this part here?
yeah.
Okay. This is what you hold in your left hand.
Oh, so I need it to be real short.
Well, pretty short, yeah. Or else it
Okay. Can you
won't
move
wrap
your,
good.
can you move that over just a little bit where the camera sees more of it? Yeah, there we go. That's better. Okay, go ahead. Now I'll stop interrupting.
Now, now you have the needle in your right hand. You're just holding it.
Okay.
Okay. Take this, put the needle right there,
Oh, I'm
right
wrapping
against it.
the wrong part of the thread around the needle. I was putting the tail
Yeah,
around.
just oh, yeah, just do it like it's a backbone and
Okay.
do 2 to 3.
Okay.
Now it's still there. It'll slide down your up and down your needle.
Okay.
Put it in that area that you want to. Whoop. Come on up through now. Now I can let go of it, but I'm pulling this and I can see my little knot there.
Okay.
There's my little knot.
Uh-huh.
I just give it a little tug. Whoop, I tug too much. But and it will go through.
Okay. Let me
You
try
just
again.
want to tug enough.
Okay. So I was doing it wrong. I was putting the tail around the needle, not close to where
Yeah.
the coming out of the quilt. So that must be where I'm doing it wrong. All right. So we're going to hold the tail. I'm going to go back down where the thread is coming out of the quilt top or quilt. Sorry. This is no longer a
Susan,
quilt.
let me see. I think I am using a number 9 or 10. John James needle.
Where did that tail go? Oh, there you are.
Oh, for this needle I have right now though, Sandra, I it's a bigger needle because I wanted to be able to use my regular thread and it's a heavier weight. What did you get?
Figured you might want to show this. I don't know what you get.
Mm,
Oh, it's bad. No.
I got a package.
Uh-oh. You still didn't do it right. Oh my gosh, this is going to be the death of me.
It's okay. You've embroidered, right?
Yeah, but
Have you that?
I don't
Have
remember how I tied off with that.
no, remember the French knot?
No.
You wrap it around the needle 2 to 3 times and put it back in the same hole.
Okay. Oh, it goes back in the same hole.
Basically, very close to it. Yeah.
One, wait, one, two, three. Let me try again. One, two, three.
It says Sherry is tying off at the end of the thread length. Katie is trying to the starting knot. Yeah, see the end of my thread length?
Yeah. Nope. Still don't got it.
I'm sorry. Just watch me again a little bit. I'm gonna make sure that I'm just bringing this. My knot might be too big for there. It went through there. Okay. I want to end this. I gotta make sure. Okay, Katie, see how I'm holding this?
Yep, I see it.
Oh, I lost. Okay. I'm gonna take my needle. I'm gonna wait a second for it to focus.
Okay.
Think of a tailbone that you're making a bend in the back. You're wrapping it from it's on the threads in the front of your needle. You're wrapping around the back 3 times.
Okay.
Now, see, this is my wrap.
Yep, I see it.
Okay, I'm gonna see if it still works. Okay.
Oh, so you're already pushing that knot down.
But-
See, I didn't do that.
Now I just held it with my fingers, but now I got it tangled here. Ah. Okay. It's not cooperating with me. Somehow I got a knot in this, but not the correct knot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Misty says, Sherry, can we see your hand view? She's trying to do that.
Yeah, I'm redoing my
Okay. Hey,
thread
Canadian
here.
Family Life. Nice to see you. Thank you for coming in. And you can type exclamation selfie to share your channel. And anyone else who has a channel that wants to share. Exclamation mark selfie.
Okay. Got my needle rethreaded.
Okay.
Ah, Lord. Okay. I'll show you again. I'm holding see my tail?
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait a second so I can focus in.
So you're calling the tail what's sticking
Well,
out of
this
the fabric.
see the end of my thread. Yeah.
Okay, because I thought the tail was the other end that's loose.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's what I was that's what I was wrapping around the needle was
I might be using the wrong term.
Okay.
So the thread that's attached to your quilt.
Okay.
Now wrap it 3 times. Well, I got a really short one now.
I'm making you nervous, aren't I?
I just gotta. Okay. Now I'm gonna bring it back through. I think I did it wrong. I did do it wrong. One. I don't have a long. I like to use the longer. 2, 3. Now this is where I did it different. I keep that on the.
Uh-oh, you just lost your thread, didn't you?
Yep. Okay. We'll do this again. Oh.
It's okay.
Give me
Stop for a minute and take a deep breath.
Okay.
Lori just shared. Uh-oh.
Yeah, trim this.
So, I need to
What's
figure
so
out.
hard is that the camera doesn't want to focus in like it should.
I'm seeing what
this.
you're doing now. I'm getting a better idea of what I was actually doing wrong.
Okay. Okay, so here I am.
That knot, I just got to figure out. I got to have a better understanding of where that knot ends up.
I'm wrapping it 3 times.
Okay.
And I'm keeping my finger on that part that I wrapped. I mean, I still have my finger on the thread.
Okay.
Now, just bring it back a little bit and put it between both layers.
Yeah.
And run it through.
Uh-huh.
I just got to be able to get a hold of it. And there, I have a knot. My knot did come through, but that,
okay,
you'll have the knot and it'll pull through.
Okay, let me try again then.
Quilting in the country. Misty. Where is my other thread? There it is. I know you can't see this thread. Let me see. Can I bring it on over here? Can you see? No. I'm seeing which way the camera needs to go.
Yeah.
Okay. There.
Nope. Still not.
Got my light.
Oh my
I got my
God.
light. I got my light thread. So.
Oh, I'm not doing this right because I'm still not getting a knot and I'm running out of thread because I'm going to have to take the thread out to start again.
Okay. I'll verbally say you hold the thread in your left hand.
Okay.
You take your right hand with the needle, bring it behind the thread, and you wrap the thread three times. Now it's there. You don't let go of it, but you push your needle through. Well, now I'm getting tangled because I can't see there.
Andrea, she says you do it different than I do. However, I do not want to confuse anyone. Says Andrea.
Well, okay. If Andrea can share, that would be good because people explaining it different ways is it clicks with different people different ways. And I got a knot in there, but where I didn't want a knot. Okay, there I got.
All right, I'm going to try again, but I'm going to go at a different spot because I need to pull. I got to figure out how to pull out that thread that I've put under there so many times. But this is a sample piece anyway, so it's not going to matter.
Yep, right. I'm going to pull that out.
I need to accomplish it so that when I start on the real thing, I know what the heck I'm doing. Hey, Misty. Now let me get this back under the light where I can see what I'm doing. Get this needle or thread through the needle.
Okay.
Nope. I think I need to change glasses too. Because these distance glasses don't do very well up close, which is very strange for me. I have to put my other ones back on, my prescription ones.
If you want to demonstrate what I say, that might help. Okay.
Yeah, if you can demonstrate it, that might help. Do you want to come on Zoom and demonstrate? I know you can't. I know you'd rather not, but I could bring you on Zoom and you and Cheri figure it out for me. Ha ha ha.
You
Leave it
could
up to
have
me. Leave it up to me. Be the one that can't do it. No, I can do it. I just got to get there.
I
I'm
can't.
not gonna let this whip me.
I got to get my needle threaded.
All right, let me try this again. So the end of the thread needs to be behind the needle and in my hand, and the thread coming out of the quilt needs to be. I need to take with my left hand and roll it. Do I roll it clockwise or counterclockwise?
You roll it to the back, like around it backways.
I don't know what that means by back.
Clockwise.
Yeah.
You roll it away from you.
Okay, gotcha. That made more sense.
Well,
All right.
Anybody want to thread my needle for me?
Okay, now I have the needle through the layer. Now what? Because I have not let that roll.
Okay, go ahead and start pulling your thread. From
You mean pull the needle all the way through?
Yeah.
Okay.
Along with the thread. And along with the thread. Keep hold.
Nope.
Okay. What did I do with my needle?
Why is this gotta be so hard?
It's like one of those things that it might be the way the technique I'm.
No, I think I don't know. Maybe it's the angle I'm seeing. I don't know. This should not be this hard.
I'm trying to find my. Oh, here it is.
I mean, I can feel resistance on the needle, but there is no knot there. Like
Okay.
what I'm seeing, what I'm seeing on your screen, where I see there's a knot before you pull it through. I am not seeing that.
Okay, I have this. Go down towards the bottom if you have to. I'm wrapping it, wrapping it away from me. Okay. Now I can bring that. I have the knot. I can literally see the knot on my needle.
Can you wait a minute? I need to take the thread off the needle and rethread it. Pull that long piece out that I just stuck through the layers. I'm not going to have long enough thread. Hold on. I have to start again. Which is sorry, you guys, but I'm trying to learn here.
Okay, Susan.
What'd she say? She going? I have to go have a great rest of the day, everyone. Yeah, you too. I'm sorry this is taking so long. Now I'm gonna have difficulty getting okay. I need to find my beeswax too. Make this thread stiff.
What time is it? Oh,
I don't know, but I bet we're going over the hang on, let me see what time
Yeah.
it is. We started at 6:30, 7:30. We've been going 2 hours exactly.
Yeah, I'm getting tired.
I know. Do you want to stop now or you want to go another 30 minutes?
No, I could stop, but I'd like to see you be able to get this.
So everybody's homework assignment while I'm trying to do this is, those of you who are doing this, is you got to get your sandwich built, and then do you want them to start sewing?
They can start. No, they start quilting. Yeah.
So you said do it away from me, which would be clockwise.
Yeah.
See, I'm putting it around the needle. All right, let's try again.
Now, see, when you go and put it around the needle, you'll see the loops on the needle.
Yeah, I see 3 loops.
Okay, keep it taut and put it through your fabric keeping this taunt in your left hand.
Oh, so I need to keep the thread taut,
Yes.
like you need 3 hands.
And then pull it. And I just lost my. Now I'm getting. It's not going to work for me now. It's because I'm dealing with a small.
Oh my gosh. I'm never going to get this.
Oh, yes, you will. I just ended up getting a knot where I didn't want a knot. 2 knots. Ah, that's the problem. I got 2 knots. One from earlier that I didn't know I had. That's when I know I'm getting tired because I can't.
We
It
might
doesn't
have
work
to
for
practice,
me.
we might have to practice this off camera.
Lori says, thanks, Susan. Have a great night. My.
It's funny that I don't remember how to do this even from embroidery. Maybe I was having trouble fastening off on the embroidery too. That might have been why I stopped. Because I couldn't understand the concept.
Mhm.
And it's probably because I got frustrated and quit. And I'm getting frustrated right now because I can't get the needle to thread again.
Just maybe you need to just stop and.
Yeah, you know what?
Like,
let's stop. I will try again off camera until I figure out what it is I'm doing wrong.
and
Maybe I just need to practice
YouTube video.
No, I don't think it's you. I think it's me. There's some things like I'm angle challenged. Maybe this is another type of challenge I have. I don't know.
Once you get it, it's
Gonna yeah, it'll happen. Yeah.
Once it clicks.
Hey, Lori Clark. So here's your homework. Get your if you're doing this with us, get your quilt top, your batting, and your backing sandwiched together like what she showed you how to do.
Start
and
quilting.
Then start stitching, and then we will be back here again next month to continue on with that. And yeah, we'll see where everybody is, or we'll see where some are that are participating. And you might just see that Katie has learned how to. That's not. Love how I talk about myself in third person.
Yeah, Katie needs
to. Yeah. So anyway, probably by then I'll have figured this out. It's probably I'm not doing something right, and I need to figure out what it is. I'm not.
You've been doing this for a little bit, so you're probably worn out.
And yeah, I'm tired already. My brain is tired.
Yeah.
So I will take a break because I don't want to get feisty.
That's right.
Yeah, no getting feisty with this because this is supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
And so it'll be the third Tuesday again next month. And oh my God, can you believe this? April is already around the corner, and my birthday is a week from tomorrow.
It's what?
It is 1 week from tomorrow.
Oh, I thought you said there for a second it was tomorrow.
Nope, but you know whose birthday is tomorrow? Wait,
what's it, Nikolai's? Or your daughter's?
Yep, tomorrow is my youngest daughter's birthday because her birthday is exactly 1 week ahead of mine.
Well, you tell her that we all said happy birthday.
Thank you. And then Nikolai's is the 23rd, which is 3 days before my birthday. So us birthday babies are fixing to happen. So I'm going to on Wednesday of next week. Y'all, please come and help me celebrate my birthday. We're gonna sew, we're gonna laugh. I don't know, maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll take a shot or something. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll drink a little Crown. I don't know. I didn't, I never, when I did the 12-hour live, I was going to take 2 or 3 shots to wish in the new year. I never did. I never even touched it. It's
if
sitting
you
up
took 2
there.
or 3 shots, you'd been done for, girl.
More like after 2, but or get silly, which some people will enjoy because I do get silly and funny. That's the only time you might see humor out of me. I don't understand humor so good, but anyway, the birthday bash, I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. I don't know, but just bring whatever you want to bring to play, to sew on, or you could just come in and sit and let's see what, I don't know. Y'all come tell me stories or something, or try to tell a joke and see if you can get me to laugh. I don't know. Just come hang with me on my day. Come hang with me on my day. And thank you for Misty. I will relay that message to my daughter. I appreciate that. Yep. I can't believe it. Tomorrow she will be, not to think about this because Thomas just turned 35. She will be 34 tomorrow.
Wow.
He's asking about a camera. Oh, sorry. Thank you.
Andrea wants to know that Thursday we're continuing with the Charm Square project.
Yes,
correct?
We are. That's this Thursday, our channel project. Bring your stuff.
I'm working on it too.
Guess how many I have now? Not enough, but I got a lot done. But I don't know if, speaking of that, I'm glad you brought that up. Before we leave, we need to have a little discussion. Because I made a boo-boo, and I don't know exactly where I made the boo-boo. Let me find it. Oh. Okay, when you're putting these 4 patches together, make sure your 4 patches are 4.5 squared. If they're not, then you need to figure out why they're not. So you have 1 or 2 alternatives. You can either trim them down a little bit and make them 4 1/4. And that will change the measurements just a little bit, but we can work with that because I have measured every one of these and they all are coming. This should be a 12.5-inch block. It's not. It's more like 11 3/4. Do I know why? No, I don't. So I wrote a big long spill on the first live that we started this on about tips. So if you haven't started making these and you're going to do these charm packs, I think where my mistake happened was I didn't measure those 5-inch squares that came out of the charm pack. That's probably where my mistake is at. So remember I said I am not an intermediate sewer. I'm a beginner, maybe a beginner advanced. That means that I messed up because I should have realized to at least measure all these squares and trim them up so that they were exactly 5 inches. So I just sewed them, and that was probably where I made a mistake because I did notice that one pack of charm, because I used 2 charm packs of the same colorway, and then I pulled another one that was a different colorway. And for whatever reason, those blocks seemed to be a little bit bigger than the ones that came in this charm pack. So, but I didn't think anything about, well, you better trim, do trims. So make sure you're paying attention to that. If you're using yardage or fat quarters, you probably don't even have this problem. But I did. So I haven't figured out what I'm going to do about that problem. I mean, these are already made, and I am not ripping out all 7 of them. No, I just got to figure out what to do. I could try to trim them as much as I can around the outer edge without, I don't know. I'll figure it out. Put it that way.
Yeah, Andrea says she's been waiting all month for the next part. She goes, woohoo!
Ready? Yep, because what we're going to do Thursday is we are going to learn how to do the hourglass the way I did it. And we are, so bring your other stack of charm packs that we set aside weeks ago. You need those because those are the ones we're going to be working out of. And I'm going to show you how I made my hourglass. And I think it'll be fun because you will have to trim down the half square triangles, but that's okay. It was easier for me to tell you to trim down the half square triangles than it is for me to tell you to trim down those 5-inch squares. Those 5-inch squares, my brain just can't seem to figure that out. So for every one of these, you're going to need 7 hourglass blocks. So however many you've done, you need to multiply that by 7 so that you know how many hourglass you have to make. And then the next month, we'll talk about the sashing. We're going to have a big discussion about sashing because I want people to get creative with this sashing. You can use the same color sashing. I got to thinking about it. Maybe I'm going to rotate from white to red to blue. I don't know. I might make mine look very funky. Who knows?
I can pick up my
You never know with me. The idea is to use your charm packs, use as little yardage as you can, unless you're a person who does not own any charm packs, which I discovered there was at least 3 people who don't have them, and they're working out of yardage, and that is okay. I mean, if you want to buy a charm pack, you can do that too. I was just trying to show you that, you know, someone has 141 charm packs. She needs to do something with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, and then Friday, what am I doing Friday? Let me look. Because Thursday's the sew for the channel. Let me see what I'm doing for Friday. All right, Friday's going to be, and Janice couldn't make it this month because there was her son's birthday in the same week that we would have gotten together. So that's why you didn't see her for the 20, or you're not going to see her this Friday. So, which is the 22nd, and I'll be working on that Tula Pink up there. Oh, wait a minute. No, sorry. Thursday is the channel sew along. Friday is the 1,000 block. So those of you already cutting for that block, for that, I forget what it's called. Let me, hang on.
So it's opposite. We aren't doing the charms on Thursday. We're doing them on Friday.
No, we're doing the charms on Thursday.
Oh,
The
okay.
channel charm pack sew along, that's Thursday.
Okay.
Friday's the 1,000 block. Hold on a minute. I got to go tell you what the name of it is and tell you what page it's on if you're using the book.
I like that you have it on here. You got to send a picture to us if you would, just so that we could maybe. We'd like to do that. I did get my fabric for this sashing. I don't know where I put it. Oh, it's in the other room right now. So
Okay, let's find it because it's on the same page as the French twist. No, it's not on the same page as the French twist. It's on the same page as the railroad one. Oops.
oh,
Okay, it's called the nested.
Okay,
It's called the nested bear paw. So make sure you have your blocks or your fabric cut if you're doing it, because I know there's a few of you actually doing it because you have the book. And for those who don't know what we're talking about, we are making blocks from this book called The 1,000 Blocks by Quilt Makers. And down in the Fridays, because I'll be posting Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays live soon. If you look in the description box, you can find this book, but it's on Amazon, and all you got to do is in the search button if you want to, because I don't have an affiliate link, but I would suggest buying it there because it's going to be cheaper probably than anywhere else. Quilt Makers 1,000 Block. That's the name of it. It involves quilting as you go, though. Yeah, I will also, Andrea says on her community tab, she posted a playlist of other quilters who do hand quilting, if I understand right.
Do you remember? It was the 18th. I got to say, let me see. Who am I took my glasses off. Misty. It was the.
What are we talking about?
It's what was the date of the first live that we did this. It was the
Oh,
18th.
let me go. Hang on. Let me go. Yeah, the first live would have been on, hold on, February. This is no, because we did. Do you want the pre-record or just when we actually started doing it? Because we did a pre-record also.
I
So
give her, oh, yeah, I could give her all the dates just in case she.
Where did we do that pre-record? The pre-record we did
On
January the 28th. And that is probably, yeah. I did make a folder and it's called
Hand Quilting or
something.
You got a folder on your Facebook page too.
We're talking about this one, or are we talking about the quilt
we're talking about hand. She's talking about the hand quilting, I think.
The first one was January the 28th, and I made a folder that has hand quilting as part of the title. There is a folder, so if you go to my Greenland Quilter web, YouTube page, if you look along the links there across it, you'll see one says playlist. Click on playlist, and then you will find one that says hand quilting with Cheri or something to that effect, or Cheri teaches us hand quilting, something like that. And all the episodes we've already done, which so far has been 3, will be right there under that playlist.
Yeah, it was last month. It was on the 18th because we had 2 months. It was going to land on the 18th.
Same date, yeah. And next month will be on. Hang on, I'll tell you what the next month's going to be. Our next one will be on the 15th of April.
It is tax day. We've already got our taxes done, so I don't care.
I'm glad I got my son's taxes done, so there's that.
Yep.
I'm happy you have got that done.
Oh, Misty's wanting to know for the charm packs. What was the first video for your charm?
For the charm packs would have been.
Did we do it too?
I think I did. We talk about it in January, I think, or did I? Yeah, I think I talked about it in January, but we didn't start doing anything until February because I took 2 weeks off in January and didn't do anything except pre-planned for the whole year. Let me look. Get ready for the so long. So definitely not January. So it's February when we started. The first one was
a month ago. Oh, yeah.
A month ago. So February the 6th, because we're doing it 2 times a week, 2 times a month. So February the 6th, February the 20th, March, I did 2 in that month, looks like. Channel Charm Pack. No, that's wrong. Ignore the 6th. I'm sorry. Only February the 20th, and that was the first one. And then this one that we're doing today was the second one. So the 20th. And then if you want to know ahead of time when the next one's going to be, the next one will be April 17th. That's the next one. Yeah, so a month ago, yeah. A month ago, it was the 3rd Thursday. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it was the 3rd Thursday of February, the 3rd Thursday of this month. It'll be the 3rd Thursday of every month. And mine and Cheri So Long is the 3rd Tuesday of every month. So we're doing 2 things at the same time. And the 1,000 block I'm doing every other week. I'm rotating back and forth. And that's always on a Friday. And I also posted my March schedule on my community tab, but there's a lot been going on, so you're going to have to scroll to find it. But you can also go to my Facebook group, and I have pinned it there so you can find it easier. And it's all of what I'm doing in March. And I'll probably get ready to start. Oh, before I forget, please do this for me. If you are in Facebook, and you've been working on lots of projects or even one project and you have not shared it in the group, please go share it because I'm going to do a 3rd quarter trunk show for our channel. That means all of y'all can show off your work. So if you're a Facebook user, go there. If you are not a Facebook user and don't mind emailing it to me, I'm going to put my email in here and send me an email. And when you email me, don't just drop the picture. Tell me something about the quilt or whatever tell me something about your project. And that way because I'm going to put it over on the GQ community tab of YouTube so people can see it. And then because March 31st, I'm going to do a trunk show, which is the last day and the last quarter of the month. And we are going to have fun looking at everybody's beautiful work. So make sure you get them pictures over there. And I don't care how many you post. There is a folder that says March. I'm not going to force you to do it, but if you will put it in that folder, it'll make it easier for me. But if you don't, it's okay. I'm not going to get upset about it. But it does make it easier if you would stick it in the folder, please. If you don't know how to do that, then just post it to the group. And I will still look for it on the in the group. Okay. Saturday. I forgot to tell you what I was doing Saturday, didn't I? Saturday we're going to work on. Hold on. Yeah, so Thursday's the channel sew, Friday's the 1000 block, and Saturday is Tula Pink. And if someone wants to come sew with me on Saturday the 22nd, you can email me or drop a line over on my Facebook saying, hey, I want to come sew with you. Or I might try to track someone down because Janice is not going to make it because she's going to be celebrating a birthday with her son. Okay. So, yeah. So thank you everyone for sewing with us. And thank you so much, Cheri, for showing us how to do things. I think that when we get this all done, we're going to have something pretty to show. So if you haven't started, you still have plenty of time to join in with this learning how to hand quilt. I know some can't because their hands are bad, but those that are now like, maybe I want to try it.
Yeah.
It's not as hard as I thought it was going to. Yeah. I'm just having trouble with
You'll get it.
That's my nemesis right now.
Well, it's hard to see the thread online, it is hard to see that.
Yeah, it is. I wish somebody could sit right next to me and say, Katie, this is how you do it. I keep doing it until I get it,
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for tonight. Thank you for coming and being so supportive. Thank you for all of you who have liked my videos and some that comment. I really appreciate every one of you. This has been a really great group of people, and I love all of y'all. And remember, live, laugh, love, dream. What do you do with all that? You make something beautiful. Have a good night, and thank you, and see you on Thursday nights live. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
All right, let me stop the live. Oh, I forgot something. The poll. Let me do the poll real quick. So sorry. Every time I forget about this poll. Why don't
we get involved? That's what it is.
All right, let me talk about this poll real quick. I said, how do you feel today? And I put good for option 1, bad for option 2, happy for option 3, and for option 4, it was sad. If I could have put more options on there, I would put more on there because sometimes people don't even fit in these little groups. Okay, so here's the numbers. 58% said good, 6% said bad, 14% said happy, and 22% said sad. I have asked this question for a reason because this past Sunday we did another episode 2 of mental health and stuff, and I posted some links and things like that. But if anyone in here needs to talk, my door's open, Danny's door's open, and those who met Myra for the first time, you can find her name. Oh, let me put her name in the channel. She's over on Facebook, and her name is Myra Brazil. And she's a social worker, and if you need to talk, she will be there too. So thank you, everyone. Now I'm going to end the live.
Good night.
Good night, everyone. Okay. All right, we're off now. Thank you.
Yep.
Hey,